more than 120 floats in the Colonial Days parade, there was something exciting to see from each one. While the city of Lloydminster's float held 2 new mayors as part of the city's Mayor for a Day contest, and Stanislaw has more.
For these 2 new mayors, it was exciting to see the floats from a different perspective.
Feels good just to win and be part of the parade.
The favorite part was to see how many kids actually go to the fair and parade and just look at the floats and like to see other people in the float. Yeah.
Stuart and Abby won the contest out of 50 students who entered. They submitted their favorite hockey hero and explained why he or she chose them. And for Abby, it was Scott Hartnell.
Just because of all the charity work he does.
I chose Sidney Crosby because I look up to him and he's a good hockey player. He's nice to other people on other teams, and he's a good sportsmanship. He has good sportsmanship.
Well, when you looked at their stories and what they commented on sportsmanship, fair play, community involvement, charity work. They didn't focus on that stuff that we usually idolize. They focused on the stuff that makes a difference, the stuff that makes real people.
The mayor also says the parade was a success, and now the city is focused on preparing for the big event next year, Hockey Day in Canada 2014.
The number of people working together for the parade this morning was a number of organizations from across spectrums, and it turned out to be a marvelous day, marvelous parade, and it just shows what Lloydminster can do. And
as mayors for the day, they were thrown a few questions they didn't expect.
They did ask me to raise their salary.
Anna Stanislaw, Newcap News.
Well, a big draw for a lot of folks at Colonial Days is the variety of agriculture shows held throughout the festival. Kyle Galvert caught up with one family that is just crazy about cows.
Lyndon Priest is getting ready to show off rows at this afternoon's Heifer Classic Show, the first agricultural event of Colonial Days. It's nothing new for the 12-year-old.
Well, this is my second year in beef 4-H and my second year at Colonial Days. And
Lyndon's family is heavily involved in the beef industry, so he's been around cattle for as long as he can remember. Joining 4-H was an obvious choice.
My parents have been in 4-H and it just felt natural, and I just have fun doing it.
We raise beef ourselves, and so our children, I'm a stay-at-home mom, so our children are out there with us and they're interested in the beef industry as well.
Both of Lyndon's parents grew up in 4-H and say it's a great program. They felt it was important to incorporate it into their family because it teaches valuable tools.
Skills that we use daily. Organization is one, public speaking, being a team member, community involvement, and just overall starting and completing a project.
It's really good for them. They learn responsibility, they meet kids outside their comfort zone at home, and it just, they learn to work. I mean, it's up in the morning at 6 and you're here till 9, 10 o'clock at night, so it does give them a lot of life lessons.
The Priests own a farm just north of Lloydminster and don't do a lot of traveling, so it's nice to have shows close to home during Colonial Days. There's also another added benefit of the fair.
You get to see lots of neighbors and have good visits, but also it's good because you're bringing your beef, our end product here, or what we raise, and so it's good advertising as well.
We've got quite a few local people here showing cattle, and we have them as far away as Ontario, so it gives the people right in this area a good place to showcase the cattle.
As for Lyndon, he's enjoying this year and plans to be back for more shows next year.
they're fun, and it's a good learning experience, and for when I'm older.
Kyle Gallagher, Newcap News.
To other news of the day, today marks a very special day on the Muslim calendar. It's the beginning of Ramadan, a holy month that strengthens the spiritual bond between God and his worshippers.
It's a busy time at the local mosque. They're getting ready to spend plenty of time here praying and reading from the Quran. Now it's to mark the start of Ramadan.
The Muslim community, they're very excited, young and old. They try to fast every day.
Here in the border city, there are roughly 50 Muslim families, and nearly 2 billion Muslims are observing the holy fast around the world. Now for the next month, from dawn to dusk, Muslims cannot eat, drink any liquid, or smoke.
The purpose of fasting is physical and spiritual development. So when we fast, we are very conscious to God, mindful of God,
For those unfamiliar, fasting is one of the 5 pillars of Islam. Now it's to cleanse your soul and body, as well as understand the hardships those less fortunate go through on an everyday basis.
Lots of people, they are hungry. We don't have any feeling what they are. So when we ourselves, we fast, we realize how we can help other people.
Your body is capable of doing it. It's a little difficult, I have to admit, in northern countries where the fast can be 18 hours.
Dr. Raf Saeed says it's important to drink as much water as you can before and after the fast. He says Ramadan is not dangerous as some may think.
Fasting helps willpower, and it's a training of the mind that you can put things aside for 12 hours or 18 hours as the case may be.
Now, there are exemptions for not fasting. If you're sick, pregnant, traveling, or haven't hit puberty yet, you don't need to. As for Hafiz, he says while Ramadan may have its long hours, it can be done.
If you have a love of God, nothing is impossible for you.